So today's video is going to give you some simple strategies to start healing from the narcissistic relationship or toxic relationship. And you might find comfort in the Bible. Psalms 34 verse 18, it says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." Comforting words in the Bible to help you start the journey. So let's get into it. The first thing I'll advise is exercise. Now, I know that's not something you want to hear. Just pay attention. Give me a second. Bear with me. Even if it's only 5 minutes a day, because then you can expand on that very easily from 5 minutes to 10 and on and on. The biggest problem you're going to have, though, is doing it the first time, because it seems like an impossible task often to just simply get out of bed sometimes. But once you do it the first time, it's so much easier. I guarantee it. Now, here's some benefits. Exercise releases positive chemicals in your brain like serotonin that can quite often override the negative thoughts in your brain, like rumination, for example. Now, action equals motion, which creates positive results. If you could just force yourself to do it one time, the second time is a whole lot easier. I'll give you a little story. I was on a walk once when I was depressed. Went on I think it was like a 15-minute walk or so, and I still wasn't feeling that well. But all of a sudden, out of the blue, there was this cat that came up, and I started petting it. Very beautiful cat. And when I walked home, I just felt so much better, and I didn't think much about it. So during the day, it didn't bother me. I mean, I felt okay. And then I went to bed, and I fell right to sleep. This helps you sleep better because you're actually tired. You're not just sitting there ruminating and sitting on your phone, right? So this helped me sleep a whole lot better, and I woke up refreshed, and I wanted to do it again. And it developed a pattern, you see? Now, the next thing you should do is journaling. Writing in a book with blank pages and filling them up is very therapeutic and often acts like a therapy session in the sense that you're speaking from your soul. So what you do is journal your day-to-day feelings and emotions and how you're feeling. Another huge part of this is making a long list of the positives and the negatives of the relationship that you had, right? If you can make a list, negative versus positives, I guarantee you by the end of the list, you're going to see how terrible the relationship was. Here's a story. That happened to me a couple years ago. I was in a relationship. I was discarded randomly, out of the blue, right? Okay, so I made this list, and I didn't expect this to go this way, but it ended up to be like, I think 40 something negatives and like a handful of positives. So as you could see, it wasn't a good relationship, right? So there's that. And I will add that I had multiple chances to go back to her, many, and I just couldn't do it because I sat in stunned silence looking at this list. And every time she contacted me, I would pull it out and look at it. And, well, I had zero desire to go back. Trust me, it worked for me, but then again, it might not work for you. But what can it hurt, really? It might help. I'm telling you, try it. It's very effective. You know, other people have said that they've done this, and it's been extremely helpful, so they don't go back to this relationship. It helps, okay. Just try it and see what happens with you. Sometimes it works wonders, and sometimes it might not. But I know what worked for me, and I know it did. Okay. Now, another thing you could do is look for comedies. Go on Netflix or YouTube. It's totally free. I don't know about Netflix. They're doing crazy things with their prices now. It seems like every time I go on there, they raise their prices. So, yeah. I'm going to stick with YouTube for now. There's tons and tons of free content on there. This I know. I can navigate this easier. But there's shows like, what is it? Impractical Jokers is very funny. This will have you laughing. There's another one. I forgot the name of it. Gosh. MTV, there was a thing called Boiling Points. I don't know how I even found this. It's like 20 years old. But it was very funny. It's not for everyone. I get it. There's tons and tons of comedies. What's the one? Kevin Hart is a great one. I stumbled on him on YouTube. I found one of his specials. I was laughing so hard I started crying. I don't remember what it was, but it really brought me back to myself. And I did notice that I wasn't looking at my phone as much or wondering, well, what's my ex doing? It brought me back to a better state of mind. And there was some positive serotonin going there, as you could see. Now, there's some tips there, and let's just say none of those work, and you're in a bad state, and you just want to cry. Go ahead, cry, let it all out. This is very therapeutic for your body. This is very therapeutic for your mind. This is very therapeutic for your soul. What you will notice after you cry and let it all out is an immense sense of relief and a weakened state. And the next time you cry, it won't be as bad because you're facing the emotions. Sometimes the only way through it is to confront it head on. So just feel the emotions, feel them. Don't go back to them. Don't go back to the narcissist, but make sure you feel all these emotions. And I will add that I know recovery from a narcissistic relationship is very, very difficult because of the trauma bonding. Of course, the narcissist wants to make this as difficult as possible for you, and they have. But if you follow some of these steps, you stand a better chance of recovery and not going back to the relationship. You want to finally get off that merry-go-round of toxic garbage and find yourself and find out who you are and the things that you can reconnect with that make you whole again. So many things were lost in this relationship with the narcissist. Now is the time, while you're alone, to recover these things and discover yourself again and smile again. All these tips and strategies will help you, but you just have to give yourself some time, some grace, some mercy. And remember, sadness flies away on the wings of time. I'm rooting for you. If you have questions, leave them in the comment section, email me. I'm here for you. God bless you. Stay safe.